June 23, 1944. 6:45 p.m., P Camp, Hearne, Texas. Rider Klaus Waber could barely contain his laughter as he scanned the work assignment bulletin posted by Oberg. Tomorrow, he and 20 fellow German prisoners were to be escorted into town for labor at something called Joe's Diner. The very notion struck him as absurdly, almost laughably American. "A diner," Waber announced to his comrades, a smirk curling his lips. His voice carried the amused condescension of a man who had survived the deserts of North Africa. Americans actually dedicate entire buildings to cooking their food? Dear friends, if this video has reached you, it's not by chance. Right now, click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Write a number from 1 to 5 in the comments. I will personally respond to the first 50 comments, and make sure to watch the video until the end. Typical American inefficiency, he thought. Surely they must serve tasteless mush and call it a meal, for they had no inkling of proper German culinary craft. Hans Richter, a former chef from Munich, who had once prepared feasts for Wehrmacht officers in the African campaign, chimed in with the authority only experience can grant. "American food," he declared with theatrical disdain, "is infamous across Europe. Bland, overprocessed, and utterly lacking respect for the art of cooking. They probably boil everything to death and drown it in that wretched American coffee." A ripple of knowing chuckles ran through the barracks. These veterans, seasoned by war and captivity, had witnessed American rations firsthand. Pragmatic, functional, uninspired. Quick meals devoid of ceremony, far removed from the reverence and precision of German dining traditions. Unteroffiziere Wilhelm Hoffmann, who had trained in his family's centuries-old restaurant before the war, shook his head in mock pity. "The poor Americans," he mused, "cannot fathom that true cuisine is the product of generations, of art passed down with meticulous care. They eat quickly, carelessly, oblivious to the poetry of flavor." What none of these confident prisoners realized, standing there in their barracks and scoffing at the naivete of American cooking, was that a culinary revelation awaited them, a challenge to every assumption they held about food, flavor, and American ingenuity. Within mere days, these men, dismissive, skeptical, even derisive, would confront tastes, techniques, and dining experiences that would redefine their understanding of cuisine itself. Their lesson in American creativity was about to begin. June 24, 1944. 8:15 a.m., Joe's Diner, Main Street, Hearne, Texas. The army truck rumbled to a stop in front of a modest building, its large windows gleaming in the morning sun, a cheerful neon sign proudly proclaiming, "Joe's Diner, best food in Texas." Klaus Waber stepped down, still bracing for the disappointment of crude fare and unsophisticated preparation. But what he saw immediately shattered his expectations. The interior sparkled with meticulous cleanliness, every corner organized with purpose, every surface reflecting light. The air was rich with the aroma of cooking, unfamiliar yet tantalizing, a perfume that teased his skepticism. Through a service window, he glimpsed the kitchen, stainless steel gleaming, staff moving with coordinated precision, each gesture deliberate, each action demonstrating mastery. Joe Mitchell, the diner's owner and head cook, greeted them with the warm, open-hearted friendliness of a man proud of his craft. "Welcome to Joe's, fellas. We serve the best American food in the county steaks, fried chicken, and the finest hamburgers this side of Dallas. You'll be helping with prep work, cleaning, and learning how real American cooking gets done." Weber's attention snapped to the unfamiliar term. "Hamburgers?" he asked haltingly, suspicion heavy in his voice. Joe's eyes gleamed with pride. America's greatest culinary gift to the world. Ground beef formed into patties, grilled to perfection, served on fresh buns with all the fixings. Simple, delicious, purely American. You'll understand once you taste one. To Weber, trained in the refined traditions of German cuisine, the idea seemed grotesquely simplistic. Ground meat pressed into a flat patty, slapped between slices of bread, surely the height of culinary crudeness. And yet, Joe Mitchell was about to demonstrate that his country's approach, though different, had its own rigorous artistry. The lesson began immediately, during morning prep. Weber watched, incredulous, as Joe selected fresh ground beef from the refrigerated storage. The meat was exquisite, well marbled, properly aged, ground daily using equipment designed to preserve texture and flavor in a way manual preparation could not. Weber had anticipated shoddy ingredients, minimal technique. Instead, he found a system of quality and care, rivaling even the finest German kitchens. Joe sourced his cattle from local ranchers, ensuring meat that would have been the envy of any European chef, even in peacetime. Preparation itself was a revelation. Joe didn't haphazardly form patties. He seasoned with precision, shaped each patty to optimal thickness, and employed grilling techniques demonstrating a methodical understanding of flavor, texture, and presentation. Hans Richter, assigned to kitchen prep, found himself reluctantly captivated. Methods he had dismissed as American ineptitude now contradicted everything his professional training had taught him. "Hair, Joe?" Richter asked hesitantly, his professional curiosity overcoming old prejudices. And so, the education began, not in pomp or ceremony, but in the quiet, unassuming mastery of American culinary innovation. "Where did you learn to cook like this?" RTOR asked, incredulous. "This isn't the simple, everyday American fare I expected." Joe gave a knowing smile. "I've been cooking professionally for 20 years, he said. Learned from chefs who traveled from every corner of the world. Italian immigrants, German settlers, French cooks, Mexican culinary traditions all converged here. American cuisine isn't simple because we lack skill," Joe continued. "It's refined because we borrow the best techniques from every culture and improve them with innovation." In that moment, RTOR felt a spark of revelation. American cooking wasn't primitive, not for want of knowledge. It was evolutionary. American chefs had at their disposal a world of techniques, ingredients, and traditions, which they blended into something entirely new. Something that could surpass even the best dishes of any one nation. But the true awakening came when the German prisoners bit into their first American hamburger. Joe had prepared a demonstration for them during lunch, determined that they understand the food they were about to help produce. The burgers arrived perfectly grilled, layered with crisp lettuce, juicy tomatoes, pungent onions, tangy pickles, all tucked into toasted buns, accompanied by golden French fries and chilled Coca-Cola. Weber picked up his first burger, expecting a confirmation of his low opinion of American fare. Instead, the first bite shattered every expectation. The beef was juicy, tender, perfectly seasoned with subtle spices that enhanced, rather than masked, its natural flavor. The vegetables offered crisp texture and fresh contrast, complementing the meat beautifully. The bun was not merely bread, it held the entire experience together while contributing its own delicate flavor and crunch. This was no crude simplicity. It was sophisticated flavor engineering. A single meal, crafted with care, had achieved a complex symphony of taste, using nothing more than high-quality, thoughtfully combined ingredients. Wilhelm Hofmann, trained in the analytical rigor of German cuisine, found himself forced to rethink everything he believed about American food. "This is not simple food," he confessed to his fellow prisoners. "This is engineered. Every element chosen and prepared to create specific flavors and textures that combine into something greater than the sum of its parts." Even the French fries were a revelation. Not just fried potatoes, but carefully selected varieties, cut to the perfect thickness, fried at precise temperatures to achieve crisp exteriors and fluffy interiors, lightly salted to enhance without overwhelming. And the Coca-Cola. The fizzy sweetness washed over the palate, complementing the savory notes while cleansing the taste buds for the next bite. The meal was a masterclass in flavor, texture, and satisfaction. It revealed a systematic understanding of culinary science achieved through American innovation and industrial precision. Over the following days, German prisoners discovered that the hamburger was just the tip of the iceberg. American cuisine emphasized accessibility, quality, and creativity over ceremony and rigid cultural rules. Diners offered excellent food quickly, efficiently, and affordably to ordinary people, regardless of status. In Germany, fine dining required formal service, social position, and tradition. Here, in America, farmers, factory workers, business owners, and professionals all ate side by side, receiving identical service and food quality. Access to excellent meals depended on choice, not hierarchy or decree. The German prisoners marveled at the efficiency of Joe's kitchen. Dozens of hamburgers could be prepared simultaneously without sacrificing quality, thanks to methods and equipment unknown in Germany. Klaus Weber, learning these techniques, saw how American cooks achieved superior results with less labor. The combination of high-quality ingredients, modern equipment, and systematic preparation created meals German kitchens could not match, even in peacetime. Fresh vegetables, premium meat, dairy, and specialty items arrived daily through sophisticated distribution networks. Industrial food processing ensured safety, consistency, and flavor-making restaurant-quality meals possible on a scale unimaginable in Germany. Mass production did not degrade quality. It enhanced it, improving preservation, preparation, and distribution. By July 1944, German prisoners working in American diners had absorbed a full understanding of American food culture. Their letters home were filled with incredulous accounts. How could the cuisine dismissed by Nazi propaganda as crude surpass the dining experiences of German restaurants? And yet, the hamburger was only the beginning. German prisoners quickly realized it represented a broader philosophy. American cuisine combined simplicity with sophistication, accessibility with quality, and tradition with innovation. It drew from German, Italian, French, Mexican, and even Asian culinary traditions, transforming them through experimentation, technology, and cultural synthesis. Hans Richter, working alongside American chefs of diverse backgrounds, learned techniques and flavor combinations that exceeded his formal German training. American kitchens were laboratories of invention, not museums of tradition. Ingredients were abundant, enabling creativity impossible under German rationing. Spices, vegetables, meats, and specialty items from around the globe were at the cook's fingertips. Refrigeration, precise temperature control, specialized tools, and rigorous food safety standards allowed techniques German kitchens could not replicate. Wilhelm Hofmann compared operations and realized something profound. American diners achieved superior results with less labor through systematic efficiency and technology. Culinary art, industrial innovation, and democratic access came together in ways that redefined food itself. For the German prisoners, every meal was not just nourishment. It was a lesson in cultural transformation, a revelation of a society that had applied industrial precision to the very act of eating. In American restaurants, Klaus Weber and his fellow prisoners discovered a striking truth. Quality food was offered not to enforce social conformity or uphold rigid cultural codes, as German dining once demanded, but to satisfy the individual. Here, the customer's preference reigned supreme. Diners could order exactly what they wanted, without fear of judgment or obligation. Personal taste, not social expectation, guided the experience. The speed of service, too, carried a lesson. Every movement, every method in the bustling kitchens reflected broader American values: efficiency, innovation, and respect for personal time. Meals were prepared quickly, yet without compromise in quality, marrying convenience with satisfaction. For prisoners accustomed to hierarchies and obedience, it was almost revolutionary. Success in American kitchens came from voluntary satisfaction, from delighting customers rather than enforcing compliance. Beneath the surface, these restaurants revealed an economic principle at work: voluntary exchange and competition, rather than state control or cultural decree, drove excellence. Restaurants thrived by pleasing patrons, not following government mandates. Rivalries between eateries fueled continuous improvement: better food, faster service, and greater value. A system far beyond the capacity of state-controlled German food establishments. The pricing alone amazed Weber and his comrades. In Germany, even during peacetime prosperity, a good meal was often out of reach for ordinary workers. In America, the same quality could be enjoyed by anyone earning a modest wage. Hamburgers, steaks, and fried chicken were not luxuries for the elite. They were everyday fare for the working population. For the first time, these prisoners glimpsed a society where abundance extended beyond factories and fields into restaurants and diners, providing ordinary citizens access to quality, nutritious, and satisfying meals. The hamburger, in particular, emerged as a symbol, a culinary emblem of democratic access, industrial ingenuity, and cultural synthesis. Klaus Weber, writing home in August 1944, struggled to explain the revelation. The American hamburger is not simple food. It is sophisticated engineering, a craft that creates complex flavors through careful selection and preparation of top-quality ingredients. Here, innovation triumphed over tradition, synthesis over purity, accessibility over exclusivity. And this insight went far beyond sandwiches. Every meal, every preparation technique reflected systematic thought, efficiency, and inclusiveness. The American crudeness Weber had once mocked revealed itself as sophisticated simplicity, elegant solutions that worked better, faster, and more reliably than rigid tradition ever could. Ceremony and hierarchy mattered less than results and effectiveness. Beyond the diner, the industrial scale of American food innovation was equally astonishing. From farm to factory to table, the networks of production, processing, and distribution functioned with precision and scope, unmatched by even the most organized German systems. The hamburger was more than a meal. It was a manifestation of industrial civilization applied to everyday human need, a tangible demonstration of efficiency and integration. By autumn of 1944, German prisoners working across American food service had gained a deep, practical understanding of not only cuisine, but of industrial innovation, social organization, and cultural values. They saw how systematic approaches, from agriculture to restaurant service, produced results far superior to German methods. Each observation raised profound questions. Were German culinary and social traditions truly superior, or were they limiting, constraining innovation and abundance? Perhaps they realized the American lack of rigid tradition was not a deficiency, but a liberation, allowing continuous improvement and adaptation, achieving better results in every measurable way. What Weber and his comrades had dismissed as naive simplicity now revealed itself as a complex, ingenious system. A nation that valued results over ritual, innovation over dogma, and efficiency over ceremony had quietly constructed an ecosystem of abundance, and the humble hamburger was their ambassador. The impact of this culinary awakening reached far beyond mere taste buds. It touched the very core of cultural understanding, social organization, and individual freedom. American food culture offered the German prisoners a startling lesson. The act of choosing what to eat, based on personal preference, rather than rigid social prescription, was in itself a practical exercise in democratic principles. Imagine for a moment the contrast. In Germany, choices were often circumscribed by tradition, hierarchy, or social expectation. In America, even something as simple as a meal reflected liberty, innovation, and individual agency. As winter approached, the German prisoners, who had labored in American diners and restaurants, had absorbed more than recipes. They had gained first-hand knowledge that challenged their assumptions about culture, innovation, and social organization. The hamburger, humble and unassuming, had become a symbol, a testament to American ingenuity, the power of democratic values, and the potential of cultural synthesis to surpass even the most revered European traditions. This story of culinary revolution was only the beginning. The experiences of the German prisoners would ripple across decades, influencing post-war Germany in ways few could have imagined. Former prisoners returned home, carrying not only memories of flavors, but also practical knowledge of American methods and philosophies. They became advocates for innovation, efficiency, and democratized dining. Klaus Weber, repatriated to Bavaria in 1946, opened Germany's first American-style diner, applying the lessons he had absorbed during captivity. Hamburgers, streamlined service, and democratic access, all previously unimaginable in the rigid hierarchy of German food culture, became the foundation of his enterprise. Americans taught me that good food doesn't require ceremony or social restrictions, Weber explained at German business gatherings. Quality and efficiency serve customers far better than tradition or hierarchy. American methods succeed because they put people first. Hans Richter, returning to Munich, brought with him the knowledge of American kitchens and restaurant systems. He modernized German restaurant operations, incorporating efficiency, service innovations, and culinary techniques learned abroad. Together, the experiences of Weber, Richter, and others seeded a transformation in German food culture. Culinary education, professional cooking standards, and restaurant management all began to reflect principles learned in American diners: innovation, quality, and customer-centered service. The broader historical consequences were profound. Former prisoners, armed with practical insights into American commercial and culinary methods, became advocates for modernization. They demonstrated the potential of innovation and choice over rigid tradition, laying part of the psychological groundwork for post-war German consumer culture. American abundance, variety, and quality, achieved through competition and innovation, offered a model that German society could adopt in the era of Reconstruction. During the Wirtschaftswunder of the 1950s and 60s, these lessons bore fruit. German food culture gradually embraced American innovations, hamburgers, fast food concepts, efficient service, while maintaining traditional elements. The result was a cultural synthesis, a modern German dining experience shaped by the lessons learned from simple, profound encounters with American methods. Economically, former prisoners' adoption of these practices facilitated the modernization of Germany's restaurant sector and integration into Western commercial systems. Today, hamburgers are ubiquitous in Germany, with McDonald's operating over 1,400 outlets nationwide, a testament to the enduring legacy of those first transformative bites. The journey from skepticism to admiration, from cultural rejection to enthusiastic adoption, tells a story of how exposure to alternative methods can reshape national practices. The German-American Culinary Exchange Foundation preserves this history, documenting how former prisoners introduced American culinary innovation to Germany. Exhibits feature testimony from Klaus Weber's autobiography, where he recounts the moment that changed everything. I bit into my first American hamburger, expecting to confirm German cultural superiority. Instead, I discovered that Americans had created something new and better through innovation rather than tradition. That hamburger changed my understanding of culture, progress, and human possibility. The transformation was profound. German prisoners, who had once dismissed American food, experienced a systematic demonstration of creativity, quality, and cultural synthesis. They returned home not just with recipes, but with a new framework for understanding progress, authority, and innovation. Their story illustrates a remarkable truth: even the simplest human experiences. In this case, a single hamburger can spark profound cultural transformation. Through exposure to superior methods, alternative approaches, and the exercise of choice and freedom, they learned that human organization and achievement could reach new heights. In the end, the revolution in German understanding was written not in treaties or textbooks, but in the flavors of an American hamburger, a symbol of how systematic application of freedom, efficiency, and respect for individual choice can elevate even the most basic human activities into engines of cultural and social transformation.